You and Andrew were childhood sweethearts, weren't you? You met when you were 16 and he was 18, and you lived a very full life together.
That's right. Yes, we did.
Travel was very important to you.
Yes.
What was he like as a man before the diagnosis that he got in '92? What was he like? What was life like together?
Well, he loved life. He was a joker. He always had a twinkle in his eye. And if he could sort of, you know, make people laugh and have a laugh, we had lots of friends. Yeah. We still have a lovely family, and we just enjoyed life. And we did, more or less, right up until the end.
Yes.
And the MS struck here 25 years ago, and it was in 2013 it had the secondary progressive MS. What did that mean?
That's right. Well, that meant that he eventually couldn't walk at all. He lost the sight completely in his left eye and most of the sight in his right eye, and he just couldn't live life how he wanted to. And every time he had an attack, he just went down and never got back to what he was before.
Also, chronic pain.
Yes, yes. He never ever described it as pain, but it was, he used to have tremors that he couldn't control, and it was a kind of pain, yes.
You knew that in, I think, 2014, when you checked his internet history, that things had got quite dark for him and that he was thinking of taking his own life.
That's right, yes. Yeah, he had approached a site in America that was supposedly selling the drug Nembutal. He sent out £500 or $500, unbeknown to me, but it was a scam. But I didn't like the way he had done that. He'd gone behind my back. I would support him through anything, including Dignitas, but not that. If it had gone wrong, he would have been in a complete vegetative state, and I would not have wanted to look after him then.
So when did he start, when did you discuss as a couple Dignitas?
We went on holiday to Turkey. We flew to Turkey November last year, 2015. When we came back, he said, I know now that it's time, I want to start applying to Dignitas. So November last year, it not came as a shock, but it was something I didn't really want to admit to, but we agreed between us, and then we told our son.
And what was his reaction to the family? Because, like you said, you've got a son, you've got 2 grandchildren. This affects everyone.
It does,
not just him. So what sort of impact did this have on the rest of the family?
Everybody was very sad, but our son and his wife knew that, knowing Andrew, he wouldn't want to go down any further. I could deal with Andrew at home with Andrew's help, but if he'd lost his upper body strength when he fell over, I couldn't pick him up.
Because he was 6'2", wasn't he? So a huge
and very
huge
good
man.
looking.
and a handsome man, yeah.
So it's a long process. It was a very long process for you. It was an awful lot of paperwork and making sure that everything was in place and the checks and the safety checks were all in place.
That's
but
right.
Finally, last week, you drove there.
We drove there, yes.
Because he couldn't fly.
That's right. And it would have been so much easier for us if we could have stayed in our own home and done it there. That's why I would like to promote dying with dignity to come out, you know, into the fore and perhaps be debated again in Parliament.